Feel good to be home?
It's great, yeah.
Yeah. Adjusted?
A lot of rest.
Yeah, a little rest.
That's been good.
Yeah. Won't ask you about the COVID guys, but Hunt skated a couple times recently. I mean, do you think he's on pace to possibly be an option for you Wednesday?
Yeah, Hunt wasn't COVID though.
No, I know. That's why I said I can't ask
sorry.
about him.
Yeah, no, he's definitely an option. Yeah, he had a good practice today, as long as he gets away, and then we'll find out tomorrow again with another practice. So, but he's definitely an option.
Barron, you've gotten to see him for a few games in a row now. Is he? We talked about it the other day. Some of the guys that made it difficult to take out of the lineup. Is he going to make that a difficult decision with the way he's been playing as well?
100%, yeah, definitely. He's played really well, worked hard, doing everything we asked, and yeah, for sure.
So, with him, especially with him being at center, do you feel like that feels like the right spot for him right now?
Not necessarily, no. It's just when we're making our lineup right now, we're going through things, and not sure who we're going to have for Wednesday yet. Obviously with Goodrow and Laffey, so we're not sure yet. So we'll wait and see and take it one day at a time. Mm-hmm. But he can play all three forward positions, so that makes him a valuable player for us.
Have you seen any specific improvements since he spent some time at Hartford and came back?
Confidence, it looks like. More pro games, feels better, he looks good. No, I just think he's out there and he's playing, and he feels good about playing the game, and they're playing the game the right way. So he's done great. The whole line's done great, and all the guys that called up, but Morgan's been real good.
Looking ahead to when Lafreniere and Goodrow are ready to come back a little bit, are any of the moves that you made, like Heedle to the wing, or I know you put Rooney back in the middle, any of those moves do you think you want to stay with?
I don't, honestly. It's day to day, honestly. I'm happy for Phil. He's played pretty good up there and done a good job. But again, it's about our team and what suits our team best for certain games. And like I said, right now I'm happy with the way he's played there. And if those guys come back, then we'll look at our lineup and adjust it accordingly. But good for him so far. He's played well. I think he's got a 4-game point streak and a goal in his last game. So big goal for us too. So, but we'll see.
How much does his success in that spot matter when you're making those types of lineups?
Oh, it always matters. I mean, it's easy to, if he's not playing well, he's not doing anything, then it's easy to adjust it. But when they're playing well, but again, there's guys that played well in that spot with Goodrow or, Laffey, whoever you want to talk about. If they're going to go up there and Phil's going to readjust to center or maybe to a wing again. But again, I haven't even thought of that, to be honest with you.
Gerard, a quick question about the forward in a penalty kill, and really it's maybe specific to Chris. What are the keys to a forward in a penalty kill? Do you look for a guy that can read the play a little bit?
There's a lot of different combinations that you think of. I mean,
right.
For instance, a guy like Kreider, his speed, his experience, getting the stick in the lane, he's one of those guys. And then you look at a guy like Rooney, a little bit different, hockey IQ defensively, reading plays. So I think a lot of guys got different qualities on the penalty kill, and they're not all the same, and that's what makes it pretty successful. I mean, obviously Zibanejad can play any position you want, and he's good both ways. He got a great hand-eye coordination, knocking passes down and stuff like that. So I think they're all a little bit different, but again, they all got a hockey IQ of killing penalties and playing the defensive side of the puck. McKegg when he's out there. Goodrow, those type of guys, more defensive guys and shot blockers and that. So
do you think there's any relation? Like Chris is having a tremendous offensive year. He looks like he's getting in the right positions. Do you think there's any kind of carryover from how he sees the play?
Kreider, you said, is that?
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Could you make the case having played yourself and been around the league?
I think he's really comfortable playing with Mika. I mean, that's the biggest thing with him, and he knows when to jump and jump hard. And Christ, he hasn't killed a whole lot of penalties over his career. So I just think he feels real comfortable now. I mean, it's almost 40 games in, and he's killed penalties all year for us, and he's getting better at it and doing a good job at it. And team success has been important too. It gives you confidence. If our penalty killing 70%, then he probably doesn't have the same confidence.
The power play, with that second unit, obviously it changes based on things. You had Beals in there, now he's not here. You have Keandre in there now. Is he a natural for the power play? I mean, is that something that you've always had in the back of your mind, or is he just playing now because?
We always talked about it. I think I talked to Keandre early in the year. I said, you in those power play meetings, make sure you're there. Sometimes you're gonna get some opportunities, not a whole lot right now, but, make sure you're available, because you're this big guy that can shoot the puck, you got some skill back there, and, we see that down the road, so. No, he's been there, and he's done it a few times, and, again, he's a confident kid, and he feels good about it, and when you give him a little bit like that, they're pretty excited.
With him and Truba, both of them, I would think you want them up top for those shots because they can
They
put
can
it on
both shoot
that.
the puck, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Schneider, wanted to ask you about him. Obviously, the first game kind of spoke for itself with the success he had, but in terms of the way you've seen him handle the call-up and handle being in the NHL for the first time, what have you noticed about him?
Not a big deal. Like, he's just nonchalant. He comes up and he's happy, and he's not cocky, but he just seems to be one of the guys. I mean, he's been here for, 4 or 5 days, whatever it's been, and he walks in today, and it's not like it's, oh, I'm excited to be in the NHL. He is excited. He is happy, but you don't feel that. And I think it had a lot to do with that was he played for Team Canada last year at the World Championship with men, and he was there with us for 3 weeks, and I got to know the kid pretty well, and, all the older players in our team took him under his wing and helped him out. So I think that was huge for him coming to the NHL this year for sure.
You had interviewed for the Rangers job at that point, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So maybe you had a good feeling you might. But did you take time? Did you take a special interest in him, knowing you might work with him down the line?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was hoping that, like you said, I interviewed, but I didn't know I had the job. Felt pretty good about it, but that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Has Lafreniere and Goudreau been skating?
Yeah,